Deserved a better fate there.
Yeah, he pitched well. He pitched well, and he was solid. Brett gets a swing bunt and a ground ball that we couldn't defend. Brad, obviously the home run after that, but pitched well tonight. We just haven't swung the bat the first 3 games here.
On that ground ball, is that an easier play for Jonathan or with Chris? He doesn't really have a chance to read that.
Well, that's all. If your first thought there, much like the ball that he turned a big double play on for us, I know that he's played a Gold Glove first base all year, and your first thought there is don't let that ball through the infield. And we usually execute the back end of that. We feel confident him making that play or Jonathan making it, but that really we didn't execute the very end of that. But as far as who shoulda, woulda, coulda, I'm real proud of the double play turn and him having the guts to go get it, because he just doesn't want that ball to go through.
Did he just rush it? I mean, the runner's not a big runner.
I don't know. There's a lot more to that game. This is about not scoring some runs, and there's a lot of other things. We pitch well, and things like that get really magnified, and rightfully so, because you don't score runs. But their guy pitched well again tonight. He's been pitching well. That's the one I don't understand. You talk about so many things that should change in the game. The catcher interference thing is really unfair. You got a catcher in the catcher's box, you got a hitter in the batter's box, and makes a bad swing, and the ball is behind the plate when he makes contact with it, but yet he gets first base. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. We've had it happen with Ellsbury. I think he's had almost 10 since we've been around him. It just seems like something they should change. It's really unfair to penalize the defense who's made a good pitch that they're making an emergency hack after the ball has crossed the plate. I've looked at all of them on these guys, and the ball's behind the plate when they make contact. It's just unfair for someone to get penalized there. Just want to get that off my chest. I appreciate y'all listening.
Is there anything other than, you mentioned the good pitching you're facing, is there anything that jumps out to you as to what's caused the bats to kind of go quiet recently?
Our guys are really pushing. They're pushing. Sometimes you can almost want something too much, and you can't take that away from them. The want to's always there for our guys, and now it's it can be no, I think roadblock's too strong a word. It can be a deterrent, and you get into a situation like this where they know what's going on with the math of the season. So it's tough to say don't care. Okay.
So with that, is there a way for them to kind of break out of that?
We talk about it every day, and now it's when there's more season left, you know that someone's going to pay down the line. We've seen it, you've seen it, and some, but when you're in a situation like this, nobody feels sorry for you. They're wanting to step on your neck while you're down, because we did it to them, and now they're trying to do it to us. And it doesn't get any easier. They got 2 or 3 guys who got over 200 innings pitched, and that's why they are competing like they have. So there's no sympathy, and our guys aren't looking for it. They'll figure it out.
But going into the series, a lot of guys were saying about how they weren't scoreboard watching because they knew they had to win games and they knew this series was important. But now at this point, having lost 3 and where you guys sit in the standings, is there do you guys, is this a test of this team's resiliency right now?
No, we've already had that test. They don't need to, no, there's nothing. They, what they've done doesn't get wiped out, but we also know what it means. We lost X number of games in April. Nobody's even bringing that up. I know that the sense of finality plays into it, and that doesn't help anybody to be reminded of that. Y'all can remind me of the obvious all the time. That's okay. That's what you should do, but it doesn't help matters for me to be doing that. We talk some today, and they talk among themselves all the time, and it's a very look-in-the-mirror team.
Does it not need to be said that, when things are looking this bad, that everything is still ahead of them, and there's still teams trying to catch you at this point, as far as the playoffs are concerned?
Are you assuming that hasn't been said today?
Well, does it need to be said, or is it?
It already has been. Peter, it's been said many times. I'm very proud of these guys, and I've got a long memory. and they'll get it going here. And if we can get in, I feel real good about this group, and that's what we're trying to do.